Okay, so hi family out there. You're warmly welcome once again to my channel. This is your math teacher Richard, and I'm here to serve you as a guide through your mathematical journey. I am here to help you through the basics of mathematics because we all know that if our math house is not all that strong, we may not be able to proceed in the field of mathematics. So I am here to serve you as a guide in your mathematical journey. That is the basis of mathematics. So over here in my previous videos, I led you through the aspect of factorization and the algebra. And here I am now on the type 4 method of factorization. That is factorizing expressions containing 4 terms. So over here, I am going to make sure that I take my time and explain every concept or whatever thing that you need for you to understand how to factorize expression containing 4 terms over here. So come closer and do not hesitate to stay tuned till the end of this video. We believe that at the end of the day you will become a blessing. Alright, so come closer and let's dive into that. So as you can see, the question says that we should factorize these expressions completely. We have question number 1 containing 4 terms, question number 2 through to question number 3. So we are going to take our time and take you through how to solve these questions one after the other. So let's start, or let's get it started. Alright, so as you can see, in my question number 1, I have the expression containing the term 3ax minus bx minus 3ay plus by. I've been asked to factorize this completely. Now the question says that we are to factorize it. So what are we going to do? What we are going to do in the first place is let's check whether the expression contains 4 terms. Yes, it contains 4 terms. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now that it contains 4 terms, we are going to employ the idea of type 4 method of factorization. Now what does it state? It states that for us to factorize this completely, I have to take the individual 2 terms, group them as one fold. Are you getting me? But for me to pick them, I have to make sure that these 2 terms, they have something in common. Alright, so here I can decide to pick this and this because 3ax and bx, they have something in common. I can also pick 3ax and 3ay. They have something in common. I can also pick 3ax. I cannot pick this and this as one fold because they don't have something in common. Are you with me? So now I can pick this and this as one fold because they have something in common. Are you with me? I can also pick this and this as one fold because they have something in common. Right, so let's get started. I can pick the 3ax then minus bx as one fold because they have something in common. Remember 3ax, there's x here too there's x because they have something in common. Alright, when I come to this side, which is 3ay and by, they also have something in common. So my minus sign comes here, then I have 3ay. Okay, remember that when we use the sign here to expand the bracket, we should get everything that we have here. Are you okay? So when we use this negative to multiply this positive 3ay, we are going to get what? Negative. And I believe you are with me. Over here, we are going to put a sign here. That's when we multiply negative by the sign here, we are to get negative. Sorry, positive that we have here. So I'm going to put a negative sign there. So it becomes what? Negative by. I believe you understand it. So that if I use negative to multiply this negative here, I'm going to get what? Positive. So negative times negative gives me what? Positive. Negative times positive here gives me negative. And that is what it means. I believe you are clear. Very good. So let's dive into it quickly. Now that we have done grouping the individual terms into 2 folds, my next approach is I'm going to take the individual brackets and factorize it one after the other. So I'm going to take the first bracket, factorize it, then I will take this part also factorize it. So let's start here. Let's start from this side. So here I'll ask myself, if I take this one, 3ax, what do I have here? What do I, you see, we have something in common. That is the x here and then the x here. That's what they have in common. So the x comes out, and I have, what do I have left here? I have a, 3a, okay, minus my b. So here I have my 3a then b. Remember, if I take the x out, here is left with b, here is left with 3a, as you can see. So my minus comes here. Over here, to remember, I have my y here, my y there. That's what they have in common. So the y comes out, and over here I have my 3a left, okay, then my y, sorry, my minus sign, then my b. That's what I have left. So if the y comes out, it's left with what? The 3a, and yet if the y comes out, it's left with what? The b. I believe it's clear, right? So remember, or as you can see, what I have in the bracket here is the same as this. That means I am on the right path. So always have it in mind that anytime that you are factorizing expressions containing 4 terms, as soon as you get to this side, remember that what you will get in the bracket here will be the same as over here too. So now that we are getting it, we can now continue with the next procedure. So let's see our next procedure. Now that I'm done factorizing, I'll take this place where I have x here, then I'll come to this side minus y, then I'll take one of these. So bracket open 3a minus my b over there. So over here I am done factorizing it. I get it. So that becomes the factorized form for the expression 3ax minus this is what I'm getting here. So this, the answer becomes what I have here. And I believe you understood the concept. Right. Very good. So that is how to go about it in the first place. Now let's see another way in going about it, with which we will get the same answer. I get it. I'm trying to mix the individual terms and see whether we will not get the same answers or not. So remember, this time around, I picked at first I picked this and this as one rule. I get it. So the alternative approach, I am going to pick the 3ax and then any of them, provided they have something in common. So let's get started so that you understand what I am trying to say. I'm going to employ the idea of regrouping here, and I should make sure that what I am going to do with respect to the regrouping should be the sense that the individual term, they have something in common. So if I pick the 3ax here, I can also decide to count for this, okay, the 3ay, but I cannot pick this and this, because here is by, here is 3ax. They have nothing in common. So I'm going to pick negative 3ay. Are you clear with that? Very good. So I'll do that one. No, let me finish the regrouping, then after I'll group them as one full. So here I'll come here, which is negative bx. I can pick this one also plus by. I believe you can see that this and this, they have something in common. Now let me group them as one full. So I can now pick this 3ax minus my 3ay. I'll group it as one full. Then I'll come to this side also. So minus bracket open bx minus by. I believe you understand what is happening here. Okay, because if I use the negative to multiply negative, I'm going to get what? Positive. If I use negative to multiply the positive here, I'll get what? Negative. I believe you are aware of that and you are not confused. Right? So over here, what do they have in common? As you can see, there is 3a here. Over here too, there is 3a. So when my 3a comes out, I'll open a bracket and I'll write what is left here. So here is left with what? X. Here too, my 3a comes out, is left with what? Minus y. I believe you can see that. Very good. So minus. Here too, what do they have in common? I have b here. There is also what? B here. So b comes out. And here, what do I have left? I have x left. And I have minus what? Y. So as you can see, my x minus y is the same as what I have here. So I am on the right path. Alright? So I can now finalize my answer. Okay, so let me pick this side, which is the 3a, okay, minus b. Then I have x minus y. So that's what I'm getting. Remember the first approach, we had the same answer as this. So I want to let you know that whichever way you go about it, you will get the same answer. But the clue is please, when you are picking the individual terms as one for, make sure they have something in common. Are you getting me? Likewise, you cannot pick 3ax and by. No, you cannot pick that. You can pick this and this. They have something in common. Are you clear with that? Very good. So quickly, let's dive into question number 2. And please, I believe you found or you've seen this video interesting and you are enjoying the procedure, you are enjoying the process. So I will encourage you that if you find this video helpful, don't worry, your colleagues are also out there. Make sure you share it among them so that they also come together. They will come and join us as a family. Then we all learn together. Do not forget to subscribe, you like, and then you share so that you will help us grow. I would make very good. So let's see how to solve question number 2 also. So my question number 2. Alright, so I have the expression with a term, 4 terms over there. So x cubed minus x squared y squared minus y cubed plus xy. Okay, so to factorize this, I'm going to use the root grouping approach. Remember, if you factorize it straightforward and it's not working through, you can regroup x, then after you factorize it, everything will be fine. So let's regroup it and see what is going to happen here. So let me pick this as x cubed. Let me come and pick this one also. Okay, because they have something in common. So I have xy. Okay, then I have minus x squared y squared. Then my minus y cubed. Let's check something here. X cubed xy. They have something in common, so I can group it. So x cubed plus xy. So my minus x squared y squared plus the y cubed. I believe you are not confused, because if I use a negative sign here to multiply positive x squared y squared, I'm going to get what? Negative here. So negative times positive here is negative. Negative times positive is what? Negative. So I'm free to do it, right? Yes. Okay. So here, what do they have in common? I'm going to identify the common term out there. So x cubed plus xy, they have something in common, right? Yes, they have x in common. They have x in common. So here my x comes out, and here what do I have left? I have x squared over there plus, what do I have left? I have y left. So I'll close my bracket. I believe you can see that. So here x comes out, it's left with x squared here plus xy. I believe you are clear with that. Okay. So let's see something here. Maybe someone may not understand how to factorize this x cubed plus xy. So we are going to use what we call the expansion method to explain it so that you understand how we manage to factorize this. So let's see how to factorize that. We have the expression to be x cubed, okay, plus xy. Mathematically, I can expand this as x multiplying another x multiplying another x. I believe you can see that plus. You see, I have here to be xy. Can you see that? Yes. So you see, x is multiplying x multiplying x. You see, x is multiplying itself 3 times plus xy. Yes. So over here, I'm going to identify what we call the common terms over here. So here there's x here to there's x. So x comes out as a common number. There's x here, there's no x. The x here, there's no x. There's y here, there's no y. So I cannot open a bracket and write the uncommon terms in there. So you have 1 times x, which is x times x, which is x squared, plus 1 over here times y, gives me what? Y. So remember, I have x in the bracket, x squared plus y, with the same as what I have. And I believe you are clear with that. Very good. So in the same manner, when we come to this side, which is my minus this, they have something in common, which is the y squared that I have over there. So here it's left with x squared plus y. I believe you can see that. So in the same manner, if we use the expansion method, likewise what we did here, as we have that, you can also use the expansion method and you get the same thing. So let's see what is happening. Remember that we are using the expansion method to make sure that we all understand the concept. Alright, so let's see what is happening. I have my x squared y squared plus over here is y cubed. So x squared y squared can be expressed as x multiplying x multiplying y multiplying y plus y multiplying another y multiplying another y. Okay, so here there's, see here x is here, there's no x, but there's y here, there's another y. So y comes out as a common member, there's another y here, there is another y here, so another y comes here as a common member. I'll open my big brackets and write down what I have, that x times x is x squared times 1 is x squared times 1 is x squared plus over here is left with what? 1 times 1 is 1 times y gives me what? Y. So here becomes y squared bracket open x squared plus y. I believe you are clear with that. So this is what we are getting. And it's the same thing. So if you are confused with how to factorize it, you can use the expansion method, and the expansion method will help you to understand the procedure one after the other. Alright, so now that we are through with that, now that what we have in the bracket here is the same as this, then I think we can continue with the process. So I can now come to this side and take my x here. I'll come to this side, which is minus my y squared. I'll open up the brackets. I'll choose one of these. So x squared plus y. So that's what I'm getting. So that means that the factorized form for the expression this is what I have here. And I believe you are clear with that. Alright, so we are going to end our task here. It's now left with question number 3, question number 4. So let's take our time to go through question number 3 also. Then after we will lead you through all the way to question number 4. So let's do question number 3. So question number 3, I have 6 minus 2ay, sorry, minus 2ax minus ay. So over here too, as I said, we are going to take the individual terms and group them one after the other. So individual two terms, can we pick this and this? Yes, we can do that because they have something in common. So I can pick 6x squared, okay, plus my 3x, group it as 1 4. I can also pick this minus. Remember, my minus sign is very important. So here becomes 2ax, okay, and here becomes plus ay. Students mostly get it confused when they get to this side. Remember, when we use this negative sign to multiply this positive, we are supposed to get a negative sign over there. So that is why. So remember, we use negative to multiply positive. We are going to get negative. So remember, negative times positive is as negative, and this time this is as negative over there. So we are clear with that. Okay. So now come to this side to factorize this. I have to pick the common terms out. So the common term becomes what? 3x over there. And you can see that, right? Okay, so 3x, I'm going to get 2. So 3 times 2 gives me 6. X times x. X times x gives me what? X squared plus. Over here, 3x is out, so it's left with y. Do you really understand it? Okay, so here I'll come here, my minus sign. Here they have only a in common, so a comes out. Then here is left with 2x. A multiplies it, I'm going to get 2ax. Then here becomes plus. A is left with y. So here is left with only y. Okay, so as you can see, here is the same as here. Are you clear with that? Very good. So I'll just open my big bracket, write down my 3x minus a, and I'll pick one of these. So I have bracket open 2x plus y. Let me write my y well. Okay, so that then becomes my final answer for question number 3. So with that one also you can use the grouping, the regrouping method, and you'll get the same answer. But because of time, let's end here. I believe you are following the concept, you are following the procedure one after the other. Are you clear with that? Very good. Right, so that is the solution for question number 3. Let's quickly dive into question number 4. So question number 4, I have 16x plus 64 x squared y. Now let's look at question number 4 clearly. Question number 4, it is an expression containing only two terms, as you can see. So we have 16x plus 64x squared y. It contains only two terms. And to factorize this, you see, we cannot use the type 4 method of factorization. Since it contains two terms, you can use the type 2 method of factorization to do that. Are you clear with that? Yes, we are going to use the type 1 method of factorization, because over here the expression contains two terms. Are you clear with that? And with this, we are going to factorize it as a whole. So now I'm going to use the expansion method here. Okay, the expansion method, yes. Now remember that this 16 is not a prime number. So I'm going to break all the factors of 16 which are prime numbers. I have two numbers. If I multiply, I'm going to get 4 here and 4 there. But 4 is not a prime number, so here I'll get 2, 2. Then here 2, I'll get what? 2, 2. Okay, so with the 16, I'm getting 2, 2, 2. So all these 2's here are prime numbers. So when I come here, I can expand the 16 as 2 here. I have another 2. I have another 2. I have another 2. Multiplying x. Are you following? So when we multiply this, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, we are going to get 16. Then times s, which is x over there. So my plus over here 2. Then I'll come to the 64. So the 64 too is not a prime number, so I'm going to pick the factors of 64 which are prime numbers. So let's come here. 64, I can have 8. 8 times what? What number? I don't want to I will claim the 8 from there. What number times? What two numbers? If I multiply, I'll get 74. Sorry, 64. What number is that? So I have 9 times a certain number. That will give me 64. Is that true? Let's choose this number. When we choose the number 2, and let's say 32 over here. You see, 2 times 32 will give us 2 is a prime number, right? Yes. But 32 is not a prime number, so let me choose another number. I can pick 4 and then 8 here. So over here I'll get 2, 2 here. Over here 2 I'll get 2 and 4. I'll get 2, 2 here. So these are the prime numbers. I've circled them over there. So I'm getting 2 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these 2's are prime numbers, so I can pick them as well. So over here I have 2, multiplying 2, multiplying 2, multiplying 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember the 2 was 6 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll come to, you see, x squared can be expressed as x times x, right? That gives us x squared. So here I have x multiplying another x. Then I have y. Are you following? Very good. So I'm done expanding it. I am using the expansion approach to factorize this so that we all understand it. We can use the straightforward way, which is identifying the common thing. But maybe some of us may not get it. That is why I've taken my time to use the expansion method. I believe you are following the concept. And at least, even if you don't know how to use the common term to factorize it, this can easily help you. Right, so let's identify the common numbers. Here I have 2 here. There's also 2 here. So I can bring 2 out as a common term. Here I have another 2 here. Here too there's another 2 here. So I can bring 2 out as a common term. Here I have 2 here. Here to have another 2. So I can bring another 2 out as a common term. I have 2 here to there's another 2. So I can bring another 2 here as a common term. Here there's x here, over here to I have another x here. So I can bring x out as a common term. So I'm done. Do I have any other terms left here? No. Here there's 2 here. Do we have any other 2 there? No. What about this? No. What about the x here? No. What about y? No. So I open a bracket. Now come to this side. What do I have left? Yeah, there's something left over there. It's left with 1, 1. So let me multiply. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 1 left over there. Plus, when I come to this side, what do I have left? I'm going to multiply. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 2 times 1 is, sorry, here is 4 times 2 is 4 here times 1 is 4 times x is 4x times y gives me 4xy. So I multiply all these things. What I'm going to get what? I'm going to get what? 16x. Okay, then I'll open my big brackets. 1 plus 4xy. I clear with that. So this becomes my answer at the end of the day. It means if I use 16 to multiply what I have here, 16x times 1 gives me what? 16x. Then 16x times 4xy. I'm going to get what? 64x squared y. So that becomes the factorized form for the expression. Please, I believe you are clear with that. So that is how to go about it. Thank you very much for staying tuned, and we believe that you've made a blessing by now, and we believe that you've been able to get something alongside of the way. Your mathematics house is now growing small. All right. So if you find this video helpful, interesting, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. All right, so that always you be with us, and you will get to know that you are indeed following us. Help us grow so that we can give you content which is about this. Thank you. This is your math teacher, Richard Robin. Have a blessed week.